Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and today Apple released tvOS 13 for the 4th generation and the 4K versions of the Apple TV. This is available now. You can just check your software updates and you'll be able to install it, and it has some really nice interface changes and some really subtle changes as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now the first thing is we have new screensavers, and you can just swipe through them if you want to look at what they are, and they give you some overviews and then tell you where they're located. So this part's really nice. They've got some new ones as well that are underwater. We'll look at those in just a moment. But the interface is largely redesigned. We have some favorites here at the top, and as we scroll through them, you'll see that they're full screen in the background. So if we go to Amazon Prime Video, you'll see it's behind everything, and it looks really nice. Now, some apps like Netflix so far don't seem to support that, at least in the main interface. They'll just need to update to see that. But as you go through the different applications, they fill the back screen, so it just looks a little bit nicer. Now, if we go down, you'll see that there's a new Apple Arcade app. And Apple Arcade may or may not be available for you, but I did an overview the other day on my channel, and if you'd like to see what that's all about, I'll link it in the description below. But there's over 100 games for $4.99 a month. And with that, you get support for PS4 and Xbox One S and Xbox One X controllers. So you can use those controllers to control your Apple TV, play games with it, and it becomes a small console that you can play a ton of games on. Now there's a new control center, and you access that by holding the TV button on the remote. And in the control center, you now have multiple user support. So if you have multiple users sign in with their Apple ID under settings, you can switch between them, and it remembers their preferences, everything from Apple Music to the TV shows that they watch and movies. So maybe one family member likes Marvel movies, the other family member likes everything from sports to Game of Thrones. Those will show up. You also have the option to sleep. You can see what was recently playing in music or movies. You can AirPlay or AirPlay to different devices, as you can see here. And then if we go back into the control center here, and finally we have search on the right at the bottom. Now you can search here, or you can just hold the microphone button on the remote to do the same thing. Now there's a new update to Photos that makes it more similar to what we have with iOS 13. If we go into Photos, we have Photos, Memories, Shared, and Albums across the top. If we go into one of the memories, you'll see that this is some of the video I've taken for one of my videos on the iPhone XR. So you'll see this is pretty nice. You can just go through your photos, play a slideshow here at the top. Now music gets an update as well. So if we go into music here, you'll see the interface is a little bit different, and it has my initials in the upper left for the user I'm using. And then if we go down to, let's just play an album, and I'll show you what I mean. If you go into an album, you'll see it looks a little bit different. And then let's play a song here. I won't play the audio so you can see what this looks like, but you'll see there's lyrics on the right here, and I can go through them and just jump through any of the lyrics, and it will jump to that part in the song. And then it will actually follow what the song is singing at the same time. So it's a really nice feature, and it's something I really enjoy on the iPhone. I'm not sure how much I'd use it on the TV, but it's there if you want to use it. Now let's go home here. If we go into settings, and then we go to general, and then we go to screensaver, we have an option for different types. So if we go into type, you'll see there's Arial, Apple Photos, Home Sharing, Music Library, and My Photos. Now, there used to be underwater, and I'm not sure where those have gone, but maybe they've delayed them. I'm not sure at this particular point. Now, if we go into the Apple TV app, you'll see it's a little bit redesigned as well. We have that same menu across the top on every single app, and overall, it just looks pretty good, and it's easy to read everything. Everything's just very clear now. Now, one of the new features, if you're in the Apple TV app, if you go into a movie, and then you play the movie, what you get is the option for picture-in-picture. So now all you have to do is tap the touchpad on the controller, and you have the option for picture-in-picture. You can also move the picture around the display. So you want to move it from corner to corner, you can do that, or you can expand it back out again. And that's really it for tvOS 13. There's not really a whole lot of other changes. Maybe we'll see a new one in the future, but I think they're nice changes, and it worked well before. Now it works even better. You'll see all of the interface again has changed a little bit. It looks really nice, and it's loading a little bit slow for some reason, but overall I think it's a nicer experience than it was before. Also, a little tip if you're not familiar with this, if you press and hold the play pause button, wait for it to show up here, we can quickly switch between maybe AirPods if you're using AirPods, or your Apple TV, or maybe a different computer you want to stream to, or even a HomePod as well for the audio. So if you had two HomePod speakers, you could stream to that, and it could be a nice experience watching a movie with that if you don't have a sound bar or surround sound with a subwoofer. That's it for tvOS. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Have you already installed it and tried it out, or what do you think of it overall? If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more of these videos as soon as they're released. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.